Well, Divine Rising. Man, good morning. Post Christmas Day. On my way to the park as early as I can. Man, I haven't even been up 10 minutes, I don't think. I just hopped up, washed my face, brushed my teeth, light a few candles, burn some sage and some Palo Santo, and I'm out to the park trying to get some readings done early, man. Hopefully they won't be anyone at the park, but the way my clairs work, I can already hear people at the basketball court bouncing balls. Well, I guess we'll try to find some way to figure it out, right? But yeah, man, I actually got a chance to watch The Matrix last night, man. It was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I watched the movie, and I'm so sick of these critics and these reaction expert and these so-called reviewers, man. See, people get spoiled. Those get spoiled just like children. They see so much of this stuff, these Marvel movies. They see so much of all these movies, and they expect a big blockbuster movie. Like, of course, we know Matrix as being a groundbreaking action movie, a thought-provoking movie, and all these types of things. Really, it's really a relaunch of a trilogy. Again, I spoke about it on my Instagram. I mean, when you really think about it, we give all these other movies, all these other horror movies, all these other franchises a chance to relaunch themselves, and we support them even though their movies are crap. But I mean, the closest thing I can compare it to is Star Wars. I mean, there was a certain group of people that grew up with Star Wars 40 years ago, however old Star Wars is. And people still think the first group of Star Wars movies was the best Star Wars ever, even though the greatest fight scenes came from Revenge of the Sith. So it's just weird. We had, I guess I would say I kind of grew up on, when I was reaching my adulthood, they came up with the second trio of Star Wars movies, although I'm very familiar with the first group of Star Wars movies. My dad was into Star Wars. And then as I got older, they released the third batch of Star Wars movies, and I'm like, But then again, it's not for my age group. It's not for, particularly people in my age range. Now, we can enjoy these things and we can reminisce and be like, oh, it's not as good as mine, or it's not as good as the old ones. But that's what we have with Matrix. The Matrix trilogy, people talk so much crap about Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. But now they have something to complain even more about. Matrix Resurrections is so bad. I actually think it's a pretty good movie. It's not amazing. It's not a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10, but again, you have to think that they're trying to relaunch a trilogy. So there's probably going to be another 2 movies that come out. And yeah, it's different from the Matrix that we grew up with, or the Matrix that I grew up with in 1999, but you have to think it's a new generation of people. They introduced whole new concepts into the movie. I won't spoil it for you. But yeah, man, they have to. People have short attention span nowadays too. So it's like, yeah, of course they're gonna bring new characters into it that have cargo shorts or cargo pants on and blue hair and all these different types of things. And it's more about women equality nowadays. So they have the whole thing with Trinity. So we have to deal with all these new messages and all these new things that they introduce into the series. It's not half bad if you ask me. I'll probably end up watching it again just to look at the Easter eggs and the references. Man, we got the bugs out early in the morning. We got the dragonflies, the bumblebees, the butterflies and whatnot. But yeah, man, it's an interesting movie, man. They take concepts from real life, the butterfly garden that I usually do all my tarot readings at, and they actually have a garden in the movie. I'm like, what? Io has a garden? But yeah, man, it was a pretty good movie. There's so much I could really talk about, but again, I don't want to be a spoiler artist. Yellow butterflies and whatnot. I look back on a few of my readings and I realized, you spoil a lot of stuff. Man, I'm looking up at the sky right now. It's like 300 feet in the air. And that's how far I'm looking. You can barely see it. It's freaking two birds up there. They have to be like some type of eagles or hawks or something like that. Reminiscent of Neo and Trinity at the end of the movie. Again, I won't spoil it for you. But it's just a rehashing of the original trilogy, man. You have to think about it. Like, it's literally play by play. And I mean, it's been 20, 25 years. You need to, people try to watch the old movies before they go to the old movies. No, they're just rehashing, man. And in me, in my life, when I deal with my spiritual awakening and my spiritual expansion, I realize that it's just, it's deja vu, man. It's really a movie about deja vu. And what happens? What happens in real life when you realize, even when you have bad dreams or visions or something like that, when you're daydreaming, what happens when you realize you're having a moment of deja vu? You try to change it. Now, some people try to do the same thing, play by play. Like I said, it's people out at the freaking basketball court. People try to do a play by play and try to do what and the first thing they say is, "Oh my God, I'm having deja vu." You know, the black cat moment. I have several black cat moments throughout the year. But that's basically the story that they're telling or rehashing. The moon is still out. It's deja vu. You notice that you're going through deja vu when you stop in your tracks and you're like, I'm having deja vu. Like when Neo says, I know Kung Fu. I still know Kung Fu. Like, everything is different, man. And you immediately try to change up your life path, or you immediately try to change up what's going on. I mean, deja vu could be known as a glitch in the Matrix, or a glitch in your life, or whatever. If there is some type of Merlin or Oz spider webs inside a spider, or spider inside a spider web, you start to notice different things about the world around you, man. But yeah, man, all these critics are so harsh about the movies and the works that these people put into their projects, and they always have something to say. Like, stop binging on Spider-Man and stop binging on all this shit y'all spend y'all money on. And as soon as a halfway decent movie come out, everyone wants to rag on it. Like, But I guess also, again, that's a part of being an artist. You know, you have to contend with people and their insecurities, or them being overzealous about certain things, and they're always wanting to put their own boundaries and their own ideas out there. Like, I would like to see these people get out and try to make a movie about themselves. Again, half of them are content creators, but there aren't too many Kevin Smiths out there to, again, similar to the Matrix, put out a movie about dogma. Put a movie out about religion and real life and what people really have to go through out here in this world. I'm freaking halfway going insane myself. Good thing I don't need any type of I care less about what people's critical opinions are. I have my Neo in the Matrix moment when I'm like, is this real? Like, are people around me this stupid? Like, older and new. Like, I walk past people and they're still doing things that people were doing 30, 40 years ago. Like, that shit doesn't work anymore. And I walk past this new generational group of people, and they're just so jacked into their cell phones and their social medias. And it's like, again, like, how many Spider-Man movies have you watched within the past years? And they notice. It's like DMX releasing 2 freaking critically acclaimed albums in 1 year. Like, they know they can just keep pumping out movies and pumping things into you guys into the point where you get desensitized. Like, but it's a good movie. Like I said, go enjoy it. It isn't ruined. They didn't ruin the movie. They didn't ruin the franchise. There's probably going to be a few more movies that comes out. Again, I think it's a rehashing or relaunching of the old series. And man, Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, even what's my guy? I can't even remember my guy's name. See, this is why we can't. And it's always the bald black guys, man. They always have these weird names that we can't remember. But a great Lizard, okay. Great actors in history, and we can never remember their names for whatever reason. But Candyman, this is what I'm going to call him, Candyman. He also played Dr. Manhattan, so he's pretty good, man. But then people are going to watch the Doctor Strange movie. People are going to watch all these big Marvel production movies, Kang the Conqueror and all this different type of stuff. The new X-Men. As soon as the new X-Men, it's going to be a trilogy. As soon as the new X-Men movie comes out, everyone is going to have something to say about that. Man, but then again, you take these people to the gym and they can't even run straight on a treadmill for a half hour. But that's all I got for you, man. I'll catch you on the next one. Time to read some tarot. Peace.